Welcome to the Home Organizing for Beginners podcast. In today's episode, I'll share 3 bathroom cleaning tips that will keep your bathroom vanity clean because that's what it's all about, right? If we're going to clean and organize and all of that kind of stuff, we really want to be able to keep it that way. Hi, I'm Tammy. I'm a busy wife and mom with a household to manage just like you. For most of my kids' infant to tween years, I experienced debilitating self-doubt in how I managed all of the things at home and work because of the perfection our society seems to expect of us as moms. I had nothing in my toolbox to combat that self-doubt and perfectionism, and I suspect you may not either. After finally recognizing that my home wasn't the peaceful home that I really wanted it to be, I began to research what I could do about it. So, through this really sad event in our family, I found myself at church. At that time, I hadn't realized the connection between my desire to make changes at home and winding up at church, but I realize now that God really does work in mysterious ways. In this podcast, you'll get tangible and simple instructions about home organizing, cleaning, and time management. Instructions that keep you, your family, and your current season of life at the core, all while glorifying God in the process so that you and your family can finally find true peace and joy. So buckle up and listen in because we are getting right to the point. So, are you so tired of dealing with a mess every morning in your bathroom? You're trying to get yourself ready, you're trying to put your makeup on, fix your hair, but your whole vanity is just a mess. Maybe your sink is a little bit disgusting, it's got hair in it, maybe some toothpaste goobers, and that kind of thing. Is that kind of where you're at? So, I have these 3 tips for you, and I'm super excited. A couple of weeks ago, I did do an episode on organizing your bathroom vanity and cabinets. That's episode 64 that I released on February 14th. If you want to go back and listen to that one as well, they kind of go hand in hand, they'll work well together. So, we're going to get into how to keep it clean in little bursts of time because I know if you do weekly cleaning or anything like that, it always feels like it's a big chunk of time. But by implementing these tips, you're going to save time overall in your week because you aren't going to have to deal with the big mess on your vanity when you're trying to get ready in the morning. So even if that's saving 1 to 2 minutes a day, that's a time saver. So if you spend a little bit more time cleaning and a little less time dealing with the mess and the clutter, that's an overall time saving in your week, right? So I hope that makes sense. That's kind of the angle that I'm coming from. That's where these tips are coming from. And basically, when you are diving deep into cleaning, that's like a spring cleaning activity, right? So I do have a spring cleaning challenge that you are welcome to join. You go to www.homeorganizingforbeginners.com and you click the link at the top of the page and then you're able to sign up. So you guys, I will share more about that next week. I don't want to belabor that point. I want to get right to the tips. Tip number 1, put everyday items away every day. So I have on top of my vanity, my makeup sits right there. It's in a clear container. I don't know what it's called, but I'm sure I got it at Target or at the dollar store or something like that. But my toothbrush, toothpaste, perfume, my makeup all fits in this little container right in the corner of my vanity. So as long as I put my brush and everything back into it, as soon as I'm done using it for the day, my vanity will stay clear, right? So this is what I'm recommending, that you're putting away your everyday items every single day, as opposed to leaving them lay out on top of your vanity. You don't necessarily have to put them under the vanity or in the cabinet or anything like that. It's okay for them to be on top of your vanity. Just put them where they belong. Even if you're just shoving them to the corner, like there's no wrong way to do this. I want you to do what works for you. That's what it means to put you and your family at the core of how you organize your home. Because if I tell you, well, you have to have a container and you have to have your makeup on top of your vanity, that's not something that might work for you. Maybe you are able to store it underneath in your cabinet and you don't mind opening that door. But if you get in tune with yourself and you lean into what comes naturally to you, your home organization is going to stick. It's going to stay that way, right? You're going to be able to sustain it. Okay, so tip number 1, put everyday items away every day. Tip number 2, wipe down the countertop and sink every day. You guys, keep paper towel. If you use paper towel to wipe your vanity down and clean it during your weekly cleaning or bi-weekly cleaning or monthly cleaning, whatever you do right now, keep those supplies in the bathroom. Put them under your vanity, put them inside the cabinet so that you can just pull them out, give the countertop a quick wipe down, give the sink a quick wipe down. All the hair is gone, any toothpaste goo, anything that may be in the sink or on the vanity, like hairspray. That's a great example, right? When you spray your hair, all of those little droplets, they get all over the countertop, they get all over the floor. Mind you, do not keep your glasses on the countertop while you're getting ready if you're spraying hairspray, because they do get the little droplets and they stick really bad. But anyhow, yeah, tip number 2, wipe down the countertop and sink every day. And if you keep those supplies in the cabinet, they're available. They're right there for you. You don't have to run out to the pantry or wherever you, in general, store your cleaning supplies. It's okay to have an extra set and store it in your bathroom for ease of use. Tip number 3, 1 day a week. Now, this is only 1 day a week. You're going to wipe down the exterior of your cabinet. So I don't know what yours are made of, but everything needs to be dusted off periodically. So even if you do this once a month, depending upon how much dust and grime builds up, but hairspray gets on your cabinet faces as well. So you're going to use whatever cleaning whatever type of cleaning solution that you use to clean off your cabinets. Go ahead and store that in your bathroom as well. Do a quick wipe down once a week. You guys, this is going to be a game changer for you. And I'll be honest, it's not something that I have been doing lately. I need to get back into that habit because my countertop is full of hairspray crusties and things like that. And it's kind of gross and I don't want it that way anymore. So I'm going to be diving into these tips as well along with you. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a bonus tip. I really want you guys to give yourself grace like I'm doing right now. I want to get back into that habit, but I used to beat myself up about not being able to stick to it. What is wrong with me? Why can't I be strong enough? Why can't I be disciplined enough? And these kind of things really affected how I interacted with my family. It made me really grumpy. And I don't want to be grumpy. I want to be happy. I want to find peace and joy in my home. But if I'm constantly beating myself up and not giving myself grace, then I'm not happy. Then that peace and joy fritters away, right? So in reality, if the vanity and sink are neat and orderly and you can find everything you need, again, you're going to save time throughout the week. And this is something that you can teach and really demonstrate to your children because they will grow up knowing that this is what mom is doing and they're going to learn it even if through the teenage years, because that's where my kids are right now, even if through the teenage years they don't stick to it. My youngest, she's always been super organized. She would clean everything. Once she hit maybe 13, all of that stopped. All of it stopped. And now everything lays all over the floor. She'll yell at me. I probably shouldn't be talking about her. But, it's just a normal teenage thing. All 3 of the kids kind of have messy rooms, right? And when I tell them to clean them up, they give me a lot of flack and they want to fight me on it, but they still do it. They still get it done, right? So you guys, tip number 1, put everyday items away every day. Tip number 2, wipe down the countertop and sink every day. Tip number 3, 1 day a week or 1 day a month, whichever frequency works for you, wipe down the exterior of your cabinet. That's what I have for you today. I pray that what I shared with you will help you work towards the peaceful home that you desire. Have a fun and productive weekend. I'll be back here next week sharing tangible and simple instructions about home organizing, cleaning, and time management. I'll see you then.